Welcome guys back to Shifting Sillage. How y'all doing? JB out here. Hey, I wanted to do my weekly rotation. I had a kind of fun week this week. I did an all designer week. And so, I went in some popular ones, some not so popular, some some maybe forgotten ones. So, I just wanted to do something kind of fun this week. I'm just doing this shit just so you guys are aware for my pure enjoyment. Hopefully entertaining other people. That's the type of person I am. Hopefully share some experiences with you. Maybe you guys share some of your experiences with me. So please share your rotation for the week. So without any further ado, let's get started. Start off Sunday with Bentley Infinte Intense. If you're not familiar with this scent profile, barbershop, fougere, aromatic shaving cream. There's your scent profile. Very nice. Not exactly all my style. I'm more of a blue freshy whore or a sweet whore. Yeah, the greens and the fougères don't really appeal to my sense. However, I got a few, so I wanted to rock one on Sunday, and that was Bentley Infinte Intense. Sunday evening, went out with my parents. I wanted something a little more refined, a little more classy, and that was Salvatore Ferragamo. Ferragamo's Leather Intense from the Ferragamo line. If you haven't tried this line out, I love every single one of them. This one here starts off, think going to your leather shop. And I don't mean your adult leather store, all right? I'm talking about go to the motorcycle store, put on a Milwaukee leather jacket, maybe go walk by where the ladies over there scrubbing the countertop with some, citrus cleaner, and smell, all right? You get a nice pop of leather right in the opening that softens as it dries down due to the iris and lavender in this. I believe it's lavender as well. But definitely got iris to kind of smooth it out into a nice suede. I'm not in a hardcore leather fanatic, so anything that kind of softens the leather blow I really enjoy, and that's how this one is. I do enjoy the hell out of this. And you can pick these up at your rack stores and stuff. I think I snagged this at the rack store for $35-40. Then Monday, I forgot the out of the shower scent. Out of the shower scent was St. Barts Tommy Bahama. Like I said, designer. All right, might be an inspiration of, but it's a designer. So I'm not breaking any rules here. If you guys haven't smelled this before, think Virgin Island water, just maybe a little weaker. Not exactly the same from what I can tell, but I've only sniffed Virgin Island water. I've never worn it, so yeah. I was out of the shower. One of my favorite out of the shower scents. A lot of lime, almost like a tequila note, but very good. Then I went to one of Monday morning, got up for work. Carolina O'Hara's Bad Boy Cobalt. And this one here is just a good old-fashioned blue fresh fragrance. Got a little plum in it, makes it a little different than the other blueies. However, blue fresh, mass appeal, wad compliment getter. Just a good all-around fragrance. I mean, solid performance, 6 to 7 hours. Strong to moderate to strong sillage. I mean, people notice you. And again, I'm a moderate sprayer. I spray, probably 6 times-ish. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on the scent. But while I was at work on Monday, while rocking Bad Boy, I swung by TJ Maxx, and I was a bad boy. My wife yelled at me. But however, I did snag Dylan Blue, the gift set for like $39. And I tell you what, I love Versace Dylan Blue. I like a lot of Versace scents, but the Dylan Blue is right up there with all of them. Again, is it a fresh blue fragrance? Yes, but it's a little on the darker side, a little smokier, it's got a little more incensey. Yeah, it's a little spicier. I don't know exactly what the notes are. I don't pay attention to the notes. I just kind of what I get off of it. I really enjoy it. Again, your typical EDT formulation. So you figure 6 hours-ish. Tuesday, stayed over for a little overtime because I'm an overtime whore. I do like money, right? Money makes the world go round, unfortunately. And so, since I wore Dylan Blue the day before, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go to Eros. That's what I planned on wearing. So Eros EDP, all day Tuesday. By Tuesday night, my head cold had taken my scent of smell away. I couldn't even smell this anymore. And I resprayed it. But yeah, my scent of smell was gone. I picked up a couple scents that night. And couldn't smell those either. So it kind of really broke my heart. But I do love Eros. Eros is one of the first fragrances me and the wife picked out together. That and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. So those two are always going to be my 1 and 2 favorite designers. Just my own, personal preference and my own scoring going on there. To me, it's just the sentimental values there. Anyway, so that's why we're all day Tuesday. Got home, got out of the shower, getting ready for bed. Subtil Ferragamo makes his appearance again. This is Subtil. Fresh blue, everyday shower gel vibe. Super clean, mass appealing if they can smell it on you after 3 hours, 4 hours. Not the strongest performer, a little on the weak side. But for 25, 30, if you can pick it up for 25, 30 bucks, it is a designer. It does smell nice. You don't have to respray. And if you can tell, I've worn this quite a bit out of the shower. These are my 2 top out of the shower fragrances I have in my collection. So, Wednesday, my nose wasn't working very well, so I wanted to go something mass appealing. Not so much mass appealing, but something that was non-offensive, easy to wear, doesn't overproject, doesn't overpower anybody. And that was Issey Miyake's the DC Pour Home EDT, and it does again exactly what an EDT does. It does 4 to 6 hours. I don't need much more than that. I can always respray, and I did. By the time the evening came around, my nose starting to work again. I could actually smell this again, so I really enjoy the fresh citrus pop at the top, and the dry down is very nice. All right, into a woody dry down. That's what I wore all day Wednesday, especially my 12-hour shift that evening. I didn't want to offend anybody. Got out of work, got home, got out of the shower, and I rocked another designer, even though it's an inspo, but I didn't break the rule about designers. Ellis, all right? And this is 360 Red, Profumo. The original 360 Red duped, Acqua di Gio, or was compared to or inspired by. This one kind of goes in that Profumo way, so they say. However, it's not near as dark, not near as insensitive, not near as spicy. This kind of walks that line right in between. It is a little spicier, a little darker than the original 360 Red. However, nowhere near to the degree of Profumo. I have smelled Profumo. I love Profumo. I just won't overpay for Profumo. So I do have a dupe of it. I don't know how much I like it. It doesn't give that same, it doesn't give you that. But overall, it's still very nice. It's an easy scent. I wore it last week. But, yeah, that was during the day. Thursday evening was my wife's birthday. Going out with her and friends and stuff. I wanted to make an impression. I wanted something that she would enjoy, kind of draw the attention to us. I have no problem drawing attention to myself or my wife for her, She's kind of a shy lady. So I said, don't worry. I rock an Eros. Walk in a bar, the girls notice, everybody's staring at me and her, and that's what I wanted. It's about her, all right? I showed up, I bought all her food, all her drinks, and bought a couple rounds for everybody, and we had a really good time for Thursday night while I was rocking Eros EDP. Good old faithful, right? Out of the shower, I had a new freshie I had a new scent I wanted to try out. Abercrombie and Fitch, First Instinct, blue, goddamn fly. But I got this the other day, couldn't smell it, so I wanted to rock something that was going to, I just want to give it a wear. So I put it on out of the shower about midnight, and I tell you what, it walks a very similar line to Dylan Blue. Very similar, right? I mean, you can draw a comparison between the two pretty easily. They don't smell exactly the same. They're not one-to-ones. If this is an inspo of this, I don't know. However, there are different similarities, right? Both blue freshies, a little on the darker side. Both could be worn a little bit cooler weather. They could both be worn towards the evening hours. Overall, though, from what I experienced of it, wasn't bad. When I woke up in the morning, it was gone off my skin within 6 hours or so. However, it's an EDT. What the hell do you expect? Like I said, 6 hours is about the max I expect off an EDT, and I'm okay with that. I can always respray. I'm not all about performance. Performance is great. I mean, if I want performance, I got my performers. All right, I got enough Middle Eastern clones upstairs that, trust me, if I want to make sure everybody smells me from 2 counties away, I can do that. And depending on the situation, I will wear those ones. I will wear, you know, I'm trying to think one of my heavier ones. You know, Supremacy Not Only Intense is a good banger. It projects like a monster. If I want something like that, I'll put it on. I'll wear it. But it's going to be somewhere that's appropriate. And when I'm working, not appropriate, and I always take something that's a little bit lighter and I can respray. And so I went with Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes. Definitely in the light blue DNA, definitely closely related. They really changed two things. They gave it a sharper citrus pop with lemon, a really sharp lemon note at the top, and they changed this woody breakdown to a cypress, and the dry down, I should say, not breakdown, but the dry down to a little more cypress. Other than that, fantastic scent. I enjoy the hell out of it, but I also enjoy the light blue DNA quite a bit. It's one of my favorites. Again, I think 5 to 6 hours is what I got. Resprayed a couple times during shift, during the daytime. I was happy. You know, and then the other thing about it, when you respray the damn thing, you know what happens when you respray? You get to relive the opening again. The opening of the one EDP, what I wore last night, is amazing. I love the dry down, but that opening just makes me feel warm and cozy. And I get to relive that 2 or 3 times, you know, in the same time. And so don't write off a fragrance because it doesn't have the beast mode performance. What? The best part of a lot of fragrances is the opening. It's the most attention grabbing. It's what you fall in love with. So I get to experience that a couple times while I wear it. Who cares? Take a decanter. Take the bottle with you. It doesn't matter. So that's what I rocked last night. Again, performance sucks. 4 hours. However, in a 12-hour period, it means I sprayed it on 2 or 3 more times. You smell great. Lots of compliments. The girls really love it. The nurses love it. But this morning woke up, I want something a little less mass appealing. Little John Varvatos. When I first got this, I sprayed it in the car. My wife was not a fan. And she's still not a fan of the opening. I'll be honest, the opening is probably the roughest part for me. It's very green. You spray it. It smells like cut grass. I get a grass note out of it. But as it dries down, you get the vetiver, you get the woods, you get the little bit of spice that's in there. And within 30 seconds to a minute, it evolves. It's not just that quick. It's starting to get some of the spicier notes coming out. And so I really do enjoy this one, especially the dry down. The dry down's where the money's at. And this one, the opening is a little huh. So, not for everyone, but don't write this one off. You guys have it, you don't like it, spray it on and wear it once. Give it a full shot, maybe even twice. Enjoy the experience throughout the whole scent. You know, tonight there'll be no out of the shower scent because out of the shower I'm going to work. And I'm going to rock Polo 67 tonight, one of my favorites. When I started doing the collection, after I went through and had just a couple of my originals, my buddy got me into the clone craze. I've kind of gotten out of that a little bit. You know, I started experiencing, you know, Ferragamo, some of the off-brand Bentley ones, the Abercrombie, the old school, Issey, Miyake, listening to other influencers. I'm not an influencer, I don't think, at least not yet. Other people talking on the internet about cologne, the influencers out there, and how they praise all these older ones and they appreciate where these scents are coming from. And I started experiencing some of these, like Issey Miyake. I never smelled this until a month ago. I picked it up at a rack store for $40, and I really do enjoy it. And so one of the first, you know, after I started experiencing that, I picked up Polo 67. I enjoy the hell out of this. That opening is amazing. It's what drew me in, and it just continues to be amazing throughout the dry down. To me, this is the best one in the line, though I have not really had any time with the Extreme. The EDP, the opening doesn't do it for me. It just kind of, it doesn't have that, ooh, you know, this one here, man, you spray that on, you're like, damn, it smelled good. That one there's like, I smell okay. And that's the difference in that. So I won't buy the EDP. I'll just respray this. For an hour or 2 extra in performance, I'll just respray this son bitch, or I'll spray it heavier. So I like the EDT version. That's my scent of the week. Hopefully it wasn't too long of a video. I think I have 14 fragrances we talked about, and I'm hoping I had it under 15 minutes. So like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my page if you listen to me fucking ramble about stupid shit. Leave a comment. Tell me what your rotation was, what your scent of the day is, what your best rack store finds. Tell me to shut the fuck up. I really don't care what you tell me. I will like every one of your comments. But anyway, I want to say thank you for checking me out. I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, leave a scent worth following.